Hello everyone, welcome to engineering classes. Let's start with rank of matrices. We have 3 by 3 matrix. For taking rank of matrix, we have to take its determinant. Now you can see its determinant comes out to be non-zero. So rank of matrix comes out to be 3. Now you just see, then I let you know what is rank of matrix. This is also 3 by 3 matrix. Let's check its rank. Let's check its determinant. Its determinant comes out to be 0. In taking rank, if determinant of a matrix comes out to be 0, then we have to convert it into a submatrix. Like, how many submatrices of this matrix can be possible? These are 1, 2, 3, 4. This can be 2, 4, 2, 4, 8, 6. Second, 4, 4, 5, 8, 6. 4, 5, 8, 6. Third, 2, 8, 1, 4. 16 minus 12. It's comes out to be 2. It's non-zero. Only this comes out to be 0. None will come out to be 0. If this one comes out to be 0, it doesn't mean that its rank will not be 2. If one of the matrix comes out to be 0, non-zero, then its rank comes out to be 2. This is 4 by 3 matrix. So we can't take determinant of this matrix. So first we need to convert into a 3 by 3 matrix. How many 3 by 3 matrix of it can be possible? 4. Let's see. First can be 4, 3, 1. See this one. Let's convert it. 0. Second, this one. 2, 1, 3, 3, 4, 7, 1, 0, 1. Third, now eliminate this one. Now fourth one. Now eliminate this one. 4, 1, 3, this one. 3, 6, 1. Now check its determinant. So you can see this matrix comes out to be 0. So this comes out to be 0. So rank of 3 rank can't be possible of this matrix. So we have to convert this matrix into 2 by 2 matrices. Now how many 2 by 2 matrices of this can be possible? Now there are many 2 by 2 matrices of this rank can be possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think 7 2 by 2 matrices of this matrix can be possible. So we only check 1, 2. So let's check one matrix. Then if its determinant came out to be 0, then we would check others. Its determinant came out to be 0, then let's check other one. So you can see its determinant came out to be non-zero. So rank of this matrix comes out to be 2. Now elementary transformation do not alter the rank of matrix. Multiplies first row with 2 and then add it with second row. Let's take first element like this. 14 minus 14 R3. 14 minus 2 into R1. 6 plus minus 2. 0. It comes out to be 0. It comes out to be 0. This 0. So other rows as it is. As I told you in properties of matrix, if one of the row or column of matrix comes out to be 0, then its whole determinant comes out to be 0. You can see, if we convert this matrix into 3 by 3 matrix, then it's one of the rows is 0, like this. One of the row is 0, so its determinant would automatically come out to be 0. So rank 3 can't be possible in this case. Without solving it, we get to know with using elementary transformation that its rank 3 can't be possible. So let's see if result of 2 by 2 matrix comes out to be non-zero or not. If 0, 14, and 240. So it's rank 2. So rank 2 of this matrix can be possible. Now I am taking last example of this rank concept. After that we will start with another concept just for making clear to you. Like let's check, this is 3 by 3 matrix. Let's check its determinant. It comes out to be 0. So its rank, so rank 3 of this matrix can't be possible. So we have to convert this matrix into 2 by 2 matrices. That is 1 4 6 3 2 1 3 4. This came out to be non-zero. So rank of this matrix came out to be 2. So I hope you are clear with rank concept. So let's start with another concept. One more thing, order of a matrix. This is called to be a order of a matrix. This is 3. This is 3 by 3 matrix. So its order is 3. This is 3 by 3 matrix. Its order is 3. This is 2 by 2 matrix. Then its order is 2. So I hope you are clear with order of a matrix and rank of a matrix. Second topic is vector. Vector is written in horizontal or vertical lines. Like lambda 1, lambda 2, vertical lines, lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda n. Now vector is divided into two types, linearly dependent set of vectors, linearly independent set of vectors. If k1 lambda 1 plus k1 k2 lambda 2 lambda 2 k3 lambda 3 up to kn lambda n is equal to 0. This is linearly dependent set of vectors. I give you example further. If k1 lambda 1, k2 lambda 2, k3 lambda 3 up to kn lambda n is equal to 0, where k1, k2 up to kn is equal to 0, then this is called linearly independent set of vectors. We have example, if we have this set of vectors, these two set of vectors, this is given that these are linearly independent set of vectors. Have to find k1, k2, k3 in this set of vectors. Then as this is a representation of a linearly independent set of vectors, I am writing again. So here lambda 1 here is 1 k1 plus lambda here lambda 2 is lambda 2 here is 2 k2 plus 3 k3 came out to be 0. In second case also 2 k1 minus 2 k2 is equal to 0. This is given k1 k2 up to kn is equal to 0. So here 0 is the only value that can satisfy this equation. So example of linearly dependent set of vector is this. Here we write it down again. 0. Now 2, here this is lambda 1, 2 k1 plus 3 k2 minus 3 k3 is equal to 0. k1 minus k2 minus 2 k3 is equal to 0. 3 k1 plus k2 plus 3 k3 is equal to 0. So here you can solve this equation. Let's suppose its k1, k2, k3 value came out to be 1, minus 1 or minus 1. Nearly dependent set of vectors. Here you can see because of these relations we have solved our equation. Now orthogonality of vector. If transpose of one vector with dot product of another vector came out to be 0, then these vector called to be orthogonal vectors. This is A vector, this is B vector. Take transpose of one with and then multiply these with other. 1 2 minus 3 1. This with this came out to be 0. This proves that these vectors are orthogonal. Another example, 1 0 0, 0 1 0, 0 0 1. For that 0 1 0, we have to take transpose of this. This came out to be 0. 0 0 1 with 0 1 0. This also came out to be 0. Now with these two, 1 0 0, then 0 0 1. This also came out to be 0. This proves that these vectors are orthogonal. Orthogonal means 90 degrees to each other. Now third topic is system of linear equation, which is divided into two types: homogeneous linear equation, non-homogeneous linear equation. Now firstly I tell you how to differentiate between homogeneous and non-homogeneous linear equation. For homogeneous linear equation, right side part is always 0. For non-homogeneous linear equations, its right side part have some value. As I told you, these are the examples of non-homogeneous linear equations. Now starting with Cramer rule, as this is an example of non-homogeneous equations. As you can see, this is really complicated to find the x, y, z value in this equation, as these are three variables are there. So for this we use Cramer's rule. Here what is A1? For Cramer's rule, if here A1 is 2, B1 3, C1 Z, here A2 B2 C2, 1 1 1 1 2 1 2. Here this is called delta. It came out to be 2. We have to find delta 1 upon delta 2. X means x is equal to delta 1 upon delta 2, y equal to delta 2 upon delta, z equal to delta 3 upon delta. Now we get to know what is delta. This is delta. Now what is delta 1? Delta 1 means we have to solve delta 1, so we have to eliminate this part and we have to apply this d1 d2 d3 part here, and this part will remain as it is. This is b1 c1, b2 c2, b3 c3. Let's apply here. Here d1 d2 d3 is 8 5 1, and this part 5 1, and this part will remain as it is, 3 4 1 5 and 2 1. Just we have to take determinant of this part. This is 1 minus 2 minus 3 came out to be 16. Now to find x, we have to just divide this. 16 divided by delta 2. It came out to be 8. X came out to be 8. For delta 2, we have to eliminate this part, middle part, and just here in middle we have to write this one, d1 d2 d3, and other part remain as it is. For delta 2, this part will remain as it is, 2 1 1, 8 5 1, 4 1 1. Just take determinant. Delta 2 came out to be 8, and we know delta value. Delta is 2, so just minus 4. And similarly we will find delta 3 and z value. Delta 3 upon delta that is 2 upon this value came out to be z value. This is how we find variables value in non-homogeneous linear equations. Based on these values of x, y, z, solution of linear equation is divided into two categories, that is consistent solution, inconsistent solution. Consistent solution is further divided into two categories, unique solution, infinite solution, and non-consistent solution is no solution. Let's find out what is unique solution. If delta 1 upon delta is any value, delta can't be 0, it can't be 0, or delta 1 can be any value, it can be 0 or any other value, then the solution is called unique solution. For infinite solutions, if delta 1 upon delta or delta 2 upon delta came out to be in 0 by 0 form, then that solution is called to be infinite solution. These both came into consistent solution. And for inconsistent solution means no solution. For no solution, delta 1 can be any value, delta should be 0. For no solution, delta should be 0, it should be any value upon 0. If this is the case, then it's no solution. For infinite solution, there should be 0 by 0 form. For unique solution, then this lower part denominator can't be 0, delta this denominator part can't be 0, this numerator part can be any value. A system of linear equations can be found using rank method too. As we have taken this example of non-homogeneous linear equation, for its solution with the aggregated matrix, we will write it as 2, 3, 4. Now this is 4 by 3 matrix. You know how to take rank of this matrix. You have to convert it into 3 by 3 matrix and then check. You can find it out x, y, z value using rank method too. For this, here delta is 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1. For delta 1, 8, 5, 1, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 1. For delta 2, similarly 2, 1, 1, 8, 5, 1 and 4, 1, 1. If rank of A doesn't come out to be equal to aggregated value, then it is called no solution or inconsistent. If rank of A comes out to be equal to aggregated value and it's also equal to rank of matrix and also equal to number of variable. Here in previous case number of variables were 3, x, y, z is also equal to number of variables, then it is called consistent unique solution. If rank of A is equal to aggregated value is equal to rank of matrix but it's less than number of variables, then it is called infinite solutions. So you can see using rank of matrix you can find about the type of solution also. Now eigenvalues. So eigenvalues, these are the characteristics matrix for eigenvalues. If you have this matrix and you have to find eigenvalues of this matrix, this is identity matrix, this is this is called to be A. S will also be treated as matrix. S will S0 0 S minus 1 0 0 1 into minus A. this will be s0 0 s minus this. This will be converted into s minus 2 2 1 minus 1 and sorry s minus 1 and 2. Now take determinant of this to find the eigenvalues. This is s minus 1 s minus 4. This will be s square minus s minus 4s plus 4 equal to 0, s square minus 5s plus 4 equal to 0, square minus 4s minus s plus 4 equal to 0, s came out to be s minus 4 plus 1 s minus 4, s is equal to 4 and minus 1. As you can see, s plus 1, it came out to be s minus 1, s minus 1. So from here we can find s is equal to minus 1 and 4. You can like s plus 1 equal to 0, s is equal to minus 1.